professionals cover many areas with funda tech analysis. We not only advise on live market statistics but also educate you on how to invest. So today we are here to discuss how Budget 2021 has impacted corporate and our lives. Life has been crucial as it's difficult to earn than to invest. So you must never forget to pay tax. Today we are in discussion with renowned CA Mr. Kalpesh Parekh. So this is Spiral from Goldstone Finvest. Welcome you to talk on our honorable guest Mr. Kalpesh Parekh. Here is Chartered Accountant Kalpesh Parekh is with me. He has been practicing CA since 9 years. He is founder partner of KP Parekh and Corporation. His main area of practice is international and domestic taxation, GST, investing and RERA. He is All India ranker for CA Intermediate and CA Final. He had been chairman of Rajkot CA branch in the year 2017 and he is speaker at various forums for CA and CA students and members. Hello sir, welcome to Goldstone Finvest. Today we are going to discuss about budget and what benefits we are going to get from budget. Sir, our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has introduced the budget on 1st Feb and today is the 6th of Feb. So what is the major change that we are facing right now and why the Nifty is the 15,000 level?
See, this budget has, according to me, acted as a booster pack to the growing Nifty. Already Nifty was ranging around 14 to 15,000 before the budget. And there are many positive announcements made by the Finance Minister in this budget. Whether it is investment in infrastructure, whether it is in the form of disinvestment, whether of like PSUs like LIC, IPO of the LIC and the Air India, whether it is in the form of recapitalization of 20,000 crores in the banks, whether it is health structure, health and infrastructure and investment in the COVID related infra, or it is in the bed banks. See, according to me, the budget has acted as a power booster pack to the already growing Nifty, because the pre-budget also Nifty was ranging between 14,000 to 15,000, right? And now the market has accepted the budget in positive manner because of many important announcements made by the Finance Minister. Whether the announcements of infrastructure development of roads, investment of infrastructure in APMC, whether it is recapitalization of 20,000 crores in the many banks, public sector banks, or it is IPO of LIC, or you can say disinvestment of the public sector units like Air India, etc. Or whether it is the bed banks, introduction of concept of the bed banks.
Right. Sir, bed banks and ARC, for which banks are waiting for? What are they and how it will boost the market?
See, the concept of bed banks,
yes,
that is asset restructuring companies.
Okay.
It is already there in the other countries. It is prevalent and very famous in other countries like USA, UK.
Right.
So the asset reconstruction companies are such companies which will purchase the NPA of the various banks. As you might be aware that if we hear in the social media that there are many high level NPAs like Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi. So इंडिया की बहुत सारी बैंक का पैसा जो है तो पब्लिक का पैसा है अल्टीमेटली वो इन सभी NPA में अटका पड़ा है. So this money is not liquidated and it is non-performing money of the country itself.
Right.
And these assets are not being liquidated. It is not being sold by the bank due to the limitations of operation of the banks. कई जगह पे उनको लीगल लिमिटेशंस आ रही है, कई जगह पे उनको डिसीजन मेकिंग या फिर ऑपरेशनल लिमिटेशंस आ रही है. उसकी वजह से क्या है कि जो एनपीए है उनको इफेक्टिवली और जो लेवल तक मोनेटाइज करना था वो लेवल तक मोनेटाइज नहीं कर पा रही है और वो पैसा ऐसे ही नॉन अर्निंग फॉर्म में पड़ा हुआ है. सो द एसेट restructuring company will be formed by various banks all together. Means they will come together, they will fund a contribution they will make and they will form a company. And that company will first of all purchase the NPA, then effectively they will sell out these NPAs and they will liquidate the assets and they will again give back money to the banks. सो जो पैसा उसकी बैलेंस शीट में पड़ा है बैंकों की, पर वो पैसा से बैंक भी नहीं अर्न कर रही है और वो पैसा इकोनॉमी में भी नहीं अभी टर्निंग में है। तो उसकी वजह से जो हैम्परिंग हो रहा है इकोनॉमी को, बैंक की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी को, वो पैसा अगेन आफ्टर सम डिडक्शन राइट बैंक की बैलेंस शीट में वापस आएगा और उससे इंडियन इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम, इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम विल मूव फास्टर। सो इट इज अ बेनिफिशियल मूव एंड जितना जल्दी उसकी पॉलिसी गवर्नमेंट डिक्लेयर करेगी, आरबीआई उसमें जो कुछ भी अपने सजेशन से वो देगी, उतना अच्छा है कि वो जितना जल्दी उसको फाइनलाइज करे।
सर, this investment LIC IPO, government is selling Bharat Ratna companies to meet fiscal deficit. Is it good or bad? And in the other hand, farmers are sitting on the Delhi border and government is trying to sell this asset since 1 year. What do you think? Would this be a fiasco or benefited to the nation?
See, as far as the farming bill is concerned, I would not like to comment on the same because I don't know why the farmers are sitting on the border, and it is altogether a different subject. But as far as the disinvestment and LIC IPO is concerned, I do not think that there is anything wrong in that because as a basic rule, the work of the government is to govern. Right? The government is for the governance. The government is there to help the business, to monitor the business, whether everything is going on right, whether there is everything in the support like transportation, like infrastructure, like proper tax structure for the businesses and or not. Means it is the duty of government to create a business friendly environment so that the businesses can grow properly, and it is not the work of government to do the business, right? So the government's focus should not go towards doing and managing the companies, right? Rather they should focus, the ministers should focus on the innovation, on the ideas and implement the new ideas, right? So I think there is nothing wrong in the disinvestments, and government is right now doing two things. Those companies which are loss-making companies, they are selling it upfront. And those companies which are profit-making companies, they are retaining these companies but with the private participations. They are inviting the private participation so that the management of these companies will be even better and the profit earning ratio will be even better. So if the government is doing disinvestment rather than increasing the tax burden on the general public in this corona era, then there is nothing wrong in this disinvestment strategy.
Sir, farmers are unhappy regarding this farming bill and you would not like to comment on that, I can understand. But I heard that there is a positive announcement regarding this fund allocation to APMC. So am I right?
Yes, definitely. There is one good announcement as I mentioned in the beginning,
Right.
that for infrastructure development of APMC, this government has announced that the fund allocation will be made. So this allocation will be indirectly helpful for the farmers, and the more infrastructure will be developed, more they will get the facility and their products will be sold out faster. They will get more number of APMCs in the nearby their farms, right? अगर आप एक और चीज भी देखेंगे तो ऑनरेबल फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने जो डेटा उनकी बजट स्पीच में दिया कि जो बेस प्राइस है, मींस मिनिमम गारंटीड प्राइस जो फार्मर्स को मिलता है और उसके बेस पे जो वेरियस कमोडिटीज गवर्नमेंट परचेज करती है और उनका पेमेंट जो फार्मर्स को डायरेक्टली जाता है, उसका डेटा उन्होंने प्रेजेंट किया था उनकी बजट स्पीच में। तो 2013-14 और 2019-20 और 2020-21 की कंपैरिजन उन्होंने दी बहुत सारी प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए, और उन्होंने ये क्लेम भी किया कि 2013-14 में जो पेमेंट हुआ था फार्मर्स को बाय वे ऑफ मिनिमम गारंटीड प्राइस एंड परचेस बाय द गवर्नमेंट, वो कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स में 10 टाइम्स है 2019-20 में, कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स में 60 टाइम्स है, कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स में 20 टाइम्स है। तो गवर्नमेंट का जो इंटेंशन है टुवर्ड्स द इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ द फार्मर्स, टुवर्ड्स द वेलबीइंग ऑफ द फार्मर्स इज फार बेटर इन दिस लास्ट 6-7 इयर्स, वो उनका कहने का एक मोटिव था।
Sir, are we going to sell insurance companies? Like FI's investment up to 74%. In 17, insurance companies were nationalized and formed LIC as an act. And now, government is selling stake of LIC in form of IPO. whereas FI's investment up to 74%. What is going on in our country, sir?
I think there is nothing like selling the insurance companies. Already the insurance sector has been privatized way back before many years.
Okay.
So already 51% investment of the foreign institutions were allowed in the Indian insurance companies, but they were facing some management and decision making issues. So many good insurance companies which are prevailing in the international market were not coming to India.
Right.
So to make this market insurance sector more competitive, this threshold of 51% has been liberalized to 74%. But it does not mean that the insurance companies are not reliable now, and it has been sold to the foreigners, right? Because there are many conditions that has been proposed on the such investment. Means you cannot repatriate the profit generated through this insurance sector to the out of India to other countries, and also the 26% holding of the Indian shareholders will have more impact. At least some control will be there in the hands of Indians. So there is nothing wrong. I think it is a welcome move, and it will bring more flexibility to the insurance sector of India, and it will bring also more competitive advantage to the ultimate end user. Means this is the general public of India, because nowadays every person is getting himself or herself insured. In every family you will find one person getting his or her insurance. Means main earning person is taking insurance, whether it is in the form of mediclaim, whether it is in the form of term plan, right? So it is necessary to bring more insurance companies to get this market more competitive. As far as the LIC is concerned, right, it is not, again I should say, selling of the LIC. It is capitalizing the brand name of the LIC. Now it is a trend to get the premium on the brand name. Many companies are listing their shares in the share market and getting the premium. They are bringing IPOs. They are earning handsome money. Let us say Indigo Paints, a very good example. Recently it has been listed on the share market, and its share price is ranging around 2500 to 3000, which is the equal share price of Asian Paints, which is a very old company. So it is the beauty of the brand name, beauty of the premium and share market, and LIC would definitely get want to get the benefit of this opportunity. That's why the government is earning money or trying to collect the money from this IPO of LIC.
Sir, other than that, what are the points that you would to highlight about the budget?
See, other than this, the major point that we can consider is the creation of investor charter to regulate the SEBI related laws and to protect the investors more. Creation of gold exchange, then allocation of fund for Swasth Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat. I think the finance minister has declared 64,180 crore rupees budget for these two schemes. These are the major announcements. Even you can consider the very good change in the definition of small companies. Right, small companies were those companies which has capital of rupees 25 lakhs up to this last year. Means from this budget, the small companies will be the companies which has capital up to rupees 2 crore. So many more companies will get under the definition of small companies, right? And they will have less compliance requirement as compared to the earlier. So nowadays 25 lakhs is a very nominal amount. So it was the requirement of increasing this threshold limit. तो स्मॉल कंपनी के जो बेनिफिट है वो बहुत सारी कंपनी को नहीं मिल पा रहे थे, इवन इफ देयर ऑपरेशंस वर रियली इनफैक्ट मीडियम और स्मॉल, तो अभी वो बेनिफिट इनको मिलेंगे. तो ये सभी बेनिफिट से स्टार्टअप के लिए जो कुछ भी इनिशिएटिव लिए हैं वो भी वेलकमेबल स्टेप है कि भाई जो ओपीसी है उनको स्टार्टअप में रिकॉग्निशन मिला है. स्टार्टअप के जो टैक्स बेनिफिट्स है वो 1 साल के लिए बढ़ा दिए गए हैं, और जो इनोवेशन के लिए R&D रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट जो हमारे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने उनकी स्पीच के बिगिनिंग में 6 पिलर्स ऑफ दिस बजट बोले थे, उनमें एक जो पिलर था वो R&D का था। तो जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि भाई फॉरेन कंट्री से जो USA UK वो लोग R&D पे ज़्यादा फोकस करते हैं, एंड वंस दे डेवलप अ न्यू थिंग दे सेल इट एट अ हायर प्राइस टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट में, और हम उसको बाद में इंपोर्ट करते थे, बाद में अडेप्ट करते थे। नाउ इट इज अ माइंडसेट ऑफ आवर गवर्नमेंट टू स्टार्ट द R&D एंड टू बी अ पायोनियर इन एनी न्यू फील्ड। तो ये सभी चीजें हैं वो अच्छी है ये बजट में, उसका पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट स्पेसिफिकली अगले आने वाले 5-10 सालों में हमको मिलेगा।
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, so how would you rate the budget out of 10?
Out of 10, I think I would not rate this budget less than 7.5.
Okay.
According to me, it is a very good budget, and as compared to specifically last 3-4 budget, right? This budget has bring more positive vibes to entire country.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so thank you so much, sir. Yes, this is all. This was our honorable guest, CA Kalpesh sir, and hope that we are sharing enough views of budget. Okay, so stay tuned to Goldstone Finvest for more updates, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.